Representative LaMonica MacGyver indicted, plans to not plead not guilty. That's going to be a nice trick. She's on camera assaulting an officer. Um, you know, there's a problem with both Democrats and Republicans where they believe they're above the law because they kind of are. And do we think that we're going to see, I mean, Alina Hubba Bubba is on this, and she's or Hubba Hubba.
The bubblegum heiress?
Yeah, the bubblegum heiress. She's not going to get 17 years in prison, even if found guilty. That's a great clickbait headline. I do think they're gonna charge her. But what does that even mean? So she gets a minor assault charge? I mean, how do you guys see? I'll go to Hannah Claire first, and then to Luke, low energy Luke today. How do you think this plays out?
I think that she'll be indicted. I wonder how far it will go legally.
Right.
So from what I know about this, they were visiting this immigration detention center, and she shoved her forearm into one officer and confronted another one. She is claiming that she is the victim, that she was the one who was assaulted, not the reverse, that she assaulted the immigration officers. We were talking about this the other day with whichever California congresswoman was demanding entry into an immigration place,
Maxine Waters.
Right. The pseudo activism, it's my job to check these things. I'm not sure how far it goes. I also don't know that her claim of victimhood is going to fly.
It's on camera.
Right.
That's not happening.
What's his face? Not Cory Booker. Jamal, I can't remember his last name right now, but who pulled the fire alarm?
Jamal Brown.
Jamal Brown. He got off pretty easily, and then we got the extra footage of him taking that sign down and then pulling the fire alarm. So there is this
and they didn't do anything to him.
He had some minor I don't know. He basically nothing happened to him.
He got censured or something like that.
Yeah, he got censured. He got some very very a slap on the wrist is too hard. Yeah. And it's also frustrating because, again, the video confirming for sure he did this intentionally came out afterwards. But I think effectively that's what will happen to MacGyver. She might face some kind of light thing, but she's not going to go to jail over this. And that's sort of unfair because I think
they would have put Trump in jail.
Yeah. Oh, they would love to. But it's just sometimes all about the walk. She will go down. I don't know anything about this woman. I'd never heard of her before. There's 400 plus members of Congress. This will give her more national attention and potentially makes her more of someone the Democrats will rally around. It
makes her more of a martyr, just like it did to Donald Trump. I don't think she has any priors, so I see a jury and a judge being very lenient here, and I don't think she's going to get 8 years.
They should.
8 years for that is a little ridiculous, and I think this is just grandstanding. And I don't see ABBA in that position for a while, though. I mean, the way that things are going to kind of unfold from here, it's probably going to be a light slap on the wrist. At worst, maybe
fine or something,
probation or a fine, maybe. But it's not going to be 8 years. And if it is, it's going to be ridiculous. And it's going to be the left's rallying call to talk about how evil Trump and his administration is.
I mean, I don't even think it'll be 6 months probation. I don't think she's going to jail. And I think any sort of punishment is less than that. Again, sort of not fair because then she'll go out and fundraise off of this. But, this is unfortunately the way the congressmen get to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody else there, if they push somebody, they're probably not getting 8 years in prison either. And I don't think politicians should always be, especially, politicians should be held to the same standard as anyone else. I think that's all I'm asking for. I think this opens up the broader topic of hey, what's going on with, what's the one, the blobular lady, Letitia James.
There's a lot of those now.
Yeah, it is the way of the times. Do you think what about the Letitia James? Because that's kind of the only one that I really, the Georgia, people, that case, they're just going to let that go away. But they actually did bring charges against Letitia. Do you think that the DOJ is going to? I feel like they still protect their own. Like I'm still pretty black-pilled on this.
I think the problem with the charges against Letitia James, like maybe the charges are good and justified, but it doesn't change the intense rot in her department, right? She's the Attorney General of New York, and it's like, you cut off the head of a snake, another one grows in its place. She is really, really bad. She's unethical. I think there are probably even more charges that could be brought up against her. I really think that she is intentionally trying to violate a lot of people's civil rights. But that doesn't actually mean that she's the only one. So if you get rid of her, what progressive takes her place? And that's sort of the concern. So it's two things. Like, she should still be charged with everything that you can bring against her, because she is truly, I believe, an evil force. But also there's reform needed in her Attorney General's office.
Well, given that force equals mass times acceleration, I'd say she's a pretty big force. Now,
well, don't bring science into this.
That's physics.
Is physics not science?
Is it? I guess science would be overarching, right? Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess if you had said don't bring biology in it, then the correction would have been correct. Sorry for
biology,
mansplaining.
Not science?
Yeah. Sorry for
That's not my
mansplaining.
strong suit. I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be back.
Well, great. I was just going to kick it to you. Good luck. Yeah, LaMonica.
Yes, fat. I agree. Mass equals MC square. Mass equals lots of fat American women. Too many tortas and gorditas and too much. Jenny Craig, we need to come back.
I actually think, based on the fact that you said, the bring up the martyrdom, it's best just to give her the appropriate charge and then make it go away, because she benefits more from like being put on trial, or
right.
Just give her the ticket. Give her a minor whatever charge and move on. Don't let her capitalize on it.
I feel torn, because I think like 8 years in prison seems kind of intense for what happened, but I don't think she should not face any fallout, because it seems like she was the aggressor. And I think if it had been any other random person, they were more likely to face intense charges. And so I don't necessarily want it to be like, well, she's a congresswoman, so she gets special treatment. Like, she deserves to face consequences for her actions.
Yeah.
Not sure 8 years in prison based on what was described is it, but there should be something. I don't like the idea that like she's an elected official and therefore special treatment.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see Letitia James. I mean, she really did commit mortgage fraud. I mean, to me, that's pretty obvious. I believe that. Like, it's pretty obvious that she did what she did. Now, I don't know what the charges would be for any other citizen for committing this type of fraud in the first offense type of act, but she should at least get that.
Well, that's the question. Like, is it the first offense? This is just caught.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's at least on 2 mortgages, I think. And then she tried to do the, whoops, I didn't know, I couldn't do that. Dave Chappelle defense thing. And, I am more interested in, these, clearly, look at this super mayor. She's actually getting charged, the super mayor in Chicago area. She's a Chicago suburb. The one who got into
a fight at her town hall meeting?
Yeah, that's her. She pissed away like nearly $1 million of taxpayer funds on Amazon and had no receipts. And like, at least this Tiffany Haynard, like, do you think she's going to find out? I think she's actually going to find out.
Yeah, I think that's more of a legal case here. I think there's more documentation there showing how she scammed the city and screwed them over. I mean, this is such a iconic.
This is a slam dunk case too.
Yeah, this is an easy one.
She spent $779,000 on the government's credit card. She also took the county in just a few years from a $5.6 million surplus to $3.6 million deficit. So she blew $8 million. She spent $1 million on Amazon. And she has like no receipts for it. Now, I'm pretty sure you could get the receipts. You would just go to Amazon and say, give me the purchases for this credit card for this period of time. We're going to find out what happened. She bought like fake ice skating cubes to build an ice skating rink that apparently never got done. She had this solid gold microphone. She also spent $7,000 on hair and makeup and tried to write it off as an assistant. She paid for private security. This is a mayor of a small town. Like,
remember member of the squad was it who paid her husband with her congressional funds to be?
Oh, that
like,
was
her security?
not Ilhan Omar. It was the fat one, Cori Bush, I think.
And she's not in office anymore, right?
Cori Bush is out, I believe. I believe she lost her primary. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she did do that. And it was like, hey, this is cool. I mean, Ilhan Omar married her brother. I mean, Cori Bush also said, that God told her that she could heal people. Wasn't that her? Didn't she say that she could heal people? Am I being crazy?
I don't know that story. If it's true,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah, Cori
haven't heard
Bush,
that
an
one.
ordained pastor, has claimed that she healed people through faith-based practices. In her 2022 autobiography, I love how these losers have accomplished nothing in their life and have an autobiography at 35. She recounted basically praying away illness for people. I mean, she lost her election to an APEC-backed candidate. Hey, yeah, I guess replace evil with something else. I don't know. APEC, what is that, Hannah Claire?
Yeah. You keep talking about it all the time.
Yeah, don't you have that tattoo? And with like I know.
I don't have
you have
any
this
tattoos.
AI
Are you kidding
PAC,
me?
and then it's a tattoo. It's on your lower back, and it has a big zero, like a circle with a slash through it.
Creepy
What does
that
that
you think
mean?
You don't
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
lower back.
I
No
mean,
tattoos.
I mean, I always wondered what that meant.
Well, this was an interesting race because it was her and Jamal Bowman who had these
They both
challenges
lost.
from people who were funded through APAC, which that's a whole other issue. You're talking. I brought it up that she paid her husband to be her private security with her taxpayer funding because I think there is this frustration that people will get that elected officials, whether it be at the mayoral level or in Congress, will use their money to benefit themselves and their lifestyle, however, and then there's kind of no consequences.
Right.
If you remember, this is a little bit more of an abstraction, but AOC went to the Met Gala that one year and her dress is to tax the rich. And they were like, oh, well, it's a gift. And she doesn't have to, whatever. There are rules for what kind of gifts and what financial levels Congress people can accept. But for whatever reason,
She's
like,
still
it sounds
enriching
like
herself.
A lot of them do. I mean, and Republicans too. I'm not saying that
It's bad when they both do it.